which is 2 in this case. So our gradient is 2. Okay. Now let's go to number 2. Our y-intercept is going to be the constant number over here. So that's -4. Please don't forget about the sign. We don't normally talk about the positives when they're there. But if it's negative, then we make it absolutely clear that it's a negative number. So we've got to say it's -4. So that means that when we plot it on the graph, it's going to start down here. If you see my pointer going on the graph on the top right, on the vertical axis, -4. This is where this graph will cross through. And our gradient is 1. Remember, with algebra, we don't normally put the number 1 in front of our variables. Okay, next one. Our y-intercept of number 3 is going to be -2. It's our constant number. It's always over here. Our gradient is the number in front of the x, which is 4. Okay, number 4. Our y-intercept is equal to this constant number, which is, in this case, it's +5. So we would just write 5 over here. Unfortunately, I can't write on my screen right now. I'm not sure why. Our gradient is -3. Okay. So if we were drawing this, let's start out our intercept. So for number 1, if our intercept is +3, let's go to our axis and axes, I should say, our y-axis, which is our vertical one, and we would start it at 3. Then our gradient is 2. So that's the same as going 2 over 1. Remember, our gradient is rise over run. So make sure you mark a point here on your graph. And we go up 2. We're not drawing any lines, okay? We're not drawing any lines yet. We're going up 2 and across 1. And now you can mark this point, okay? And then, because of the properties of linear graphs, all you have to do is get a ruler and put it through these 2 points, and then draw your line right through. Okay. Likewise, with the next one, we are starting at -4. Start at -4. And our gradient is 1. So it should be going through every single intersection this way. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, let's look for something slightly harder. Let's go to number 4. It's a negative gradient, sorry. So we would start at 5, looking here at the axis. It's 5 and it's -3. So that means we've got to go down 3, not up 3. So we go down 3 from there. So 1, 2, 3. That would put us at 2. Don't draw anything yet. And it's over 1. So we go across 1. And then we would put a little marker through here. Put our line through this point and through 0, 5 up here. And we would draw a straight line going right through. So that would mean that the next point after that should be 2, -1. And then the point after that, your line should be going through 3, -4, and so on. Okay. Now what if we're going backwards and we are trying to make our equations from the graphs? Well, same situation. Let's start off with these easy ones, shall we? So we've got a horizontal line, which is number 25. Sorry, 26 is horizontal and 5 is vertical. Our horizontal means we've got no gradient. So we're not going to have an x at all in this equation. So So it's going to be y is equal to our constant number. So here it intercepts through, that's right, it goes through 5. So that means our equation for 26 is going to be y equals, can I write on it? No, I can't. Sorry about that. Oh my. That was not intended. Okay, sorry about that. Y is equal to 5. And it's positive 5 because it is above 0. It is above the x-axis. Number 25 is vertical. So remember, no matter what y value it is, it's always going to be this x value. So it's x equals, look at the intercept, 4. So x equals 4 is our answer for 25. Okay. So let's do number 24. This line that goes right through here with a negative gradient. It's our only negative gradient on this graph. So let's start with something easy. Our intercept is, our y-intercept I should say, is 4. Positive 4. So we're going to have y equals something x plus 4. Now let's look at our gradient. If you want, you don't have to take the closest intersections with the grid lines. You can always take something easier. So for example here, we know that the coordinates over here at the y-intercept are 0, 4. If you look over here at the x-intercept, it intercepts at 4 on the x-axis. So our y value is 0. If you look back at y-axis, it's 0. So our coordinates here are 4, 0. So we know we're going to have negative 4 on top of our fraction. And then we are going to have, it goes across positive 4. 4 minus 0 is going to be 4. So negative 4 divided by 4, anything divided by itself is 1, but it's a negative, so it's negative 1. We don't have to write 1 in front of the x, so we can say y equals negative x plus 4. Okay, and I'll end it there. Thank you for watching.